You can eat to beat your fat, fighting extra body fat. We can do this with exercise, and you need to stay active, but we can also do that by eating food. How human metabolism works. So how many of us have heard this idea that, well, you're born with either a fast metabolism genetically or a slow metabolism? And people will point out, look at my sister. She was so lucky she was born with a fast metabolism. That's why she's skinny as a stick and eat anything and never has a problem. And then they always point, me, on the other hand, I was born with a slow metabolism. My genetics aren't really good. And so I've been struggling with my weight the whole time. And that's a very common it's a common idea that's out there, but it's an urban legend. And I'll tell you when this urban legend was overturned just about a year ago. There was a landmark study that changed everything we know about human metabolism. And this was done by a researcher named Herman Ponzer out of Duke University. And he studied 6,000 people involving 19 countries, okay? And he studied metabolism in people across the human lifespan from 2 days old to 95 years old, the entire human lifespan, and studied 6,000 people in exactly the same way. By the way, these people were male and female, men and women, girls and boys. They were young and old. They were healthy and sick. Some of them had diabetes. Some of them had big body frames. Some of them were skinny. And when they studied the metabolism in exactly the same way, here's what they did. They gave everybody a drink of water, H2O is what we call water, in which the H of hydrogen and O of water, oxygen, had a special atomic signature, not radioactive, but everybody drank the same. Now you can measure in the lab the hydrogen and oxygen, and therefore your metabolism, in your breath, in your urine, in your blood. And so imagine this, 6,000 people across the human lifespan from days old to 90 years old in exactly the same way. They looked at the metabolism. What did they find? All over the map, scattergram. Everything is completely confusing. And so they said, oh, well, isn't this what we just expect? Is that everyone's got a different metabolism? Well, that's not where the breakthrough came. The breakthrough came, they developed an algorithm, right, in which they could actually subtract out from the results of the study the contribution of excess body fat, okay? We call fat adipose tissue. When you actually employed this algorithm to remove from the scatter of data, remove the effects of excess body fat, it was like bada bing. Human metabolism emerged only 4 phases of metabolism across humans over the course of life. Everyone followed the exact same pattern. So the inner workings of our metabolism are exactly the same. This idea that you were born with fast or slow, completely wrong. And the 4 phases are absolutely fascinating. 0 to 1, your metabolism skyrockets when you're a baby to 1 year old. At 1 year old, your metabolism, baby's metabolism, is faster, 50% faster than their metabolism as an adult, okay? Which is surprising. From 1 year old to 20 years old, all the way through puberty, when you see kids sprouting up, when they're super active, when they're eating 2 dinners, teenagers, okay, metabolism is going down, 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 okay, so completely different than what we thought. From age 20 to age 60, metabolism is completely rock stable, is how we are hardwired. This is through your first job, this is through your pregnancy, this is through your menopause, all right, it's exactly the same. And then from age 60 to 90, it does decline a little bit, only about 17%. By the time you're 90, compared to when you were 60, which is the same as compared to your 20. So when you're 90 years old, our hardwired metabolism is only 17% lower than when you were 20. Now, here's what happens. So that's the pattern of human metabolism. Like it's a bombshell, that this is how we're actually wired. Now, what happens is that when you start adding back the effects of body fat into that equation, what do you think happens? You take this beautiful 4-stage pattern and you start to suppress it, okay? So you squash the metabolism. So it's not that slow metabolism causes you to gain body fat and gain weight. It's that extra body fat and weight squashes your metabolism. It's completely the other way around. So here's what I think. I think we should all try to aim at getting back to our baseline metabolism so we can be who our body wants us to be from a metabolic perspective. And part of that is by fighting extra body fat. We can do this with exercise, and you need to stay active, but we can also do that by eating food. And so this is the kind of the irony of what I write about. You can eat to beat your fat. And there's even more surprises because you can actually harness and leverage good fat to burn down bad fat. And so there's all these really surprises that turn the equation around. Don't fear your food. Use your food. Don't fear your fat, because we need some fat to live. You need to tame your fat. And so on and so forth as it relates to weight loss. I'll give you a couple of examples. So first of all, in my book, I read about 150 foods. I think so. The first book that I ever did is 150 foods that have been shown by human clinical research that they can actually improve your metabolism, decrease amount of body fat, reduce your waistline, and improve things like your blood sugars and your insulin sensitivity and the healthy hormones that relate to your metabolism, okay? And so I think this is the first book ever to put together this compendium of all these foods. So let's pick a few out. Show you guys the things that I see when I actually go shopping. Now, I'm actually, you're supposed to stay away from the middle aisle. Well, I'm actually not exactly in the middle aisle, but I'll show you things that I see in the middle aisle that actually can light up your metabolism, because it's 2023. It's time to have energy in the body, and that's what your metabolism is all about. Metabolism is about energy. Okay, so here I am checking all this stuff out. Let me show you what catches my eye. Look at this. Sorry for the music in the background, but these are dry beans, cannelli beans. These are actually delicious. You soak them, cook them, stew them. There's all kinds of things you can do with beans. Beans actually light up your metabolism. Let's keep on looking. I want to show you what else that I see here. Oh, look, dried mushrooms. Mushrooms contain a soluble fiber called beta-D-glucan, and beta-glucan actually fires up your brown fat, which is a space heater that burns down harmful fat. So mushrooms are really great. Oh, look, green lentils. Lentils are also middle aisle foods that actually light up your metabolism. Lentils are a tradition in the Middle East, Mediterranean style food. Again, great warming foods for the season. And look at this. Here's a pack of dried ancho chili peppers. Now, there's something in chili peppers called capsaicin, and capsaicin fires up your body's metabolism, and it uses your beneficial fat to burn down your harmful fat. I actually love spicy food. And look, here's an arbol chili pepper. Look at all the different varieties you can actually find, all dried. And you know what? If you don't know what to do, if I don't know what to do with chili peppers, you know what I do? I go on Google and I type in the name arbol chili peppers, and what I'll do is I'll look at the search results in video, and I'll actually watch somebody teach me how to use it. I'm going to show you a few more interesting items that I think are good. Oh, look. Dried apricots. Dried fruits are something that I'm really going to be trying to eat more of in 2023, because they're a great way to get dietary fiber and the bioactives that are actually present in dried fruits as well. Cranberries. Dried cranberries, all right? It's not Thanksgiving anymore, but you can still use them. They're great to really just kind of snack on. Cranberries have great source of elytra-tannins. They actually help your gut bacteria grow better. So there's a really good gut bacteria called Akkermansia eosinophila. It loves to live in the gut. When you eat cranberries, your gut actually becomes a more hospitable environment for the healthy bacteria, boosts your immune system, helps streamline your metabolism. These are all metabolism healthy foods. And look what I found here. I found some roasted almonds, another great choice for your metabolism. And here are cashew nuts. Now, let's see if I can pull one out without dropping it. Cashews. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but raw cashews you would pick in the tree in Indonesia actually are poisonous. So this is an example of a nut that, if raw, actually is deadly. However, the way they do it is they actually pick them, they boil them, it removes all the toxin, and then they roast them, and you have this delicious, fiber-rich, healthy food, good for your gut. One more, walnuts. Walnuts are some of my favorite. Walnuts have actually been shown to improve your immune system by feeding your gut microbiome. And when that actually happens, it actually makes your body respond better to medicines. Specifically, the study was done in patients with colon cancer, stage 3 colon cancer, getting regular cancer treatment, including nuts in their diet, actually lowered their mortality by more than 50%. Turns out tomatoes have a lot of good things about them. They're a great source of vitamin C. They do have some dietary fiber. But they also have these bioactives, natural chemicals called carotenoids. One of them called lycopene. Lycopene, many people might have heard about, but lycopene is a fat-fighting bioactive. Here's what it does. It actually takes our harmful fat and helps to burn it down by activating a special kind of fat we have in our body called brown fat. So good fat can burn down white fat, which is harmful fat, dangerous fat, and eating tomatoes will light that up. It kind of lights up the space heater and uses fuel so you can improve your metabolism, improves your metabolic profile overall, lowers bad cholesterol. This is all with tomato, and actually shrinks your waistline as well. One study that was done actually took normal, healthy young women who were not overweight or obese, okay, because a lot of research is done with people who are already overweight, but this is actually taking young, healthy female grad students who don't have extra weight. They're considered normal body size, whatever that means, okay? That can be debated, but the bottom line is that they had just one tomato to eat before lunch every day, and they were able to lose weight and improve their metabolism. Very achievable dosing. So tomato can actually do it. Here's another one. Strawberries have also been shown to actually improve your metabolism. And what's really interesting by eating strawberries is that although strawberries can be sweet, when they measured blood sugar, eating strawberries in a way to improve your metabolism not only decreased weight and waist size and lowered weight and decreased body fat, it also didn't raise blood sugar. So this whole idea, another kind of like common idea that's kind of like a paintbrush idea. Don't eat fruit. It's got too much sugar in it. It's got too much fructose. Might kind of sound like it makes sense on a casual level, but the science actually doesn't show that. And the reason is that the bioactives in the strawberry activate your body so it starts to burn down the bad fat. Okay, so you can actually metabolize even faster. This is, by the way, not about trying to become a supermodel. This is about optimizing your engine of your body. So another food that can actually have incredible benefits is actually tea. The sipping green tea actually has been shown to decrease excess body fat as well. So remember I told you this experiment where, when you remove the effects of body fat, your real metabolism starts to shine. And when you add unhealthy foods and you add extra fat back, you'll start to suppress your metabolism. So this is really the concept. We have a hardware program inside us that goes through 4 phases of metabolism. If you want to be all you can be, work on some of the body fat, work on the metabolism. You can eat foods like tomatoes and strawberries and green tea, and there's 150 other foods, including seafoods that I have in there, that can all work in harmony to help you get there.